traditional capital markets, they're failing the public. Too many lawyers, too many accountants, too much of everything. It's just too hard. There's no liquidity in your options. There's no liquidity in the spot. You can't beat the S&P. You can't retain earnings. You're limited in the investments you can make by the SEC 40 Act and the SEC 33 Act. You can't take risk. You live in fear of missing the quarter. Capital is toxic. Volatility is toxic. Inflation is killing you. That's the problem. The traditional markets, they're exclusionary. They're elitist. There's 4,000 publicly traded companies in the U.S. They're the creme de la crop. 0.016% of the United States businesses are served by the capital markets. In what world is 0.06% winning? That's anemic, and we have been beaten into submission to think that there's something healthy about that. That is not healthy. The industry needs a digital assets framework in order to grow and prosper. That's very clear. Without a framework, we're not going anywhere. So what are the assets? A digital commodity. An asset without an issuer backed by digital power. That's what Bitcoin is. A digital security. An asset with an issuer backed by a security. Equity, debt, derivative, something, tokenized, a digital security. A digital currency. An asset with an issuer backed by a fiat currency. Stablecoin, Tether, Circle. A digital token. A fungible asset with an issuer offering digital utility. Something useful in cyberspace. An NFT. A non-fungible asset with an issuer offering utility in cyberspace. ABTs, asset-backed tokens, an asset with an issuer backed by a physical asset like gold or oil or corn. There you go. Those are the asset classes. Those asset classes could be hundreds of trillions of dollars. So the crypto renaissance is going to revitalize the capital markets. A big chunk of equity, when Apple and Google and Meta can actually tokenize their equity, you think they will? Of course they will, right? So you'll see a lot of equity get tokenized. You'll see bonds get tokenized. You know, we had bearer bonds. Like, we've gone backwards. The Rothschilds sold bearer bonds in the 19th century. Well, how about going forward to bearer bonds again? We'll have tokenized bonds, tokenized currency, we'll even have tokenized real estate. I think someone will sell you 100 acres of farmland or timberland in Canada or whatever, and you'll have fungible real estate, and you'll have non-fungible real estate tokens, I suspect. That transformation will probably transform $500 trillion of assets from the analog world to the digital world, and that's going to bring extraordinary prosperity, right? You're going from $1 trillion to $500 trillion in digital assets. You're going from $1.8 trillion of digital capital to $280 trillion in digital capital. What's the secret? Well, everything goes smarter, faster, stronger at the speed of light, right? Do you think we'll be more efficient if the robots make 1 million times a second decisions between 8 billion other robots? Probably. Or we can do it the old-fashioned way, put your book on a wooden ship and sail it for 3 months across the ocean and then seize half of the book at the border because it violates customs.